dealing with some annoying creatures behind you and having to travel the rest of the way to get to Rear Vape. Finoa being stuck stunned for most of the fight. Volmer suffering about the same fate for a good chunk of it. And Asher learning that creatures that can jump are still very fucking annoying even when you're in the air. Making it to Rear Vape, you all see a town that is semi still under construction even after quite a bit of time, and Vollmer himself knowing that is because that this place, while having been separated for quite a lot of years, they are still a small separation that still have to handle themselves all along. And seeing as in 2 days alone, or 2 of the days alone of travel, you guys have encountered a lot of shit on this single section of the Principality, kind of obvious what they've been busy with all along. Going towards the castle that has now been converted into a barracks or a sort of location for the guards, giving the letter over from Captain Lex over to a legionnaire, a orcish woman, who seems a bit brash and new to the job. After being given permission to go see the blacksmith, finding out it is a bugbear with a very bad temper, gaining some new items, including some experimental ones that may or may not work effectively, or may just cause your death to come even quicker. Regardless, finding yourselves a night to stay here in Rear Vape, taking the time to relax for a little bit before the next morning's to come. And in that morning, you do find that your stroke of luck with weather, which has been pretty warm, a little cool, and simply clear weather, has now turned, with the sky being very dark, shady, and heavy rain seems to be on the horizon. But regardless, Jack coming to meet the group at the barracks a little late, having to get dressed and excuse himself after some personal business. What is the plan?
Can I just say, I love how the second we plan to go sailing, KDK says, "Okay, it's raining now."
Trust me, I've been rolling all that like for the longest time in the background, just like, man, these guys are getting super fucking lucky.
Oh. Come on in, pop on down. So what's the plan, guys?
As you guys are seeing what is kind of the communal cafeteria of the castle area, and the breakfast is nothing to write home about, but at the very least, when it comes to military food, it's on the nicer side of things.
The nicer side, huh?
Yeah.
Is it better than the rations we're carrying?
Oh, absolutely.
So this is the Air Force mess hall, not the
And
Army
it
mess hall. Got it.
Yeah,
and it's
kind of.
free?
Yeah, and it's free?
Yeah, it's free.
Okay, okay.
There are still a couple of the guards and the other men around that are looking just kind of confused as to why this group of ragtag individuals so weirdly dressed in perspective to each other is hanging out in the barracks, but they're basically just like usual cadets. If you're in here for a reason, there probably somebody allowed you in.
I'm just gonna wave at him and continue getting my food.
Jack just ignores everyone around.
There's a couple scowls that come your direction, but there's also a couple of returning waves of more obvious reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the plan, guys? What's the plan?
Well, if we're gonna head out to, I don't have the map up. I don't remember the name. Player doesn't. Then we should check prices, sell anything not necessary, including the horse and cart, and catch a boat if it exists.
Okay. So, who wants to sell the cart and who wants to go find passage? Or should we just go as a group?
Let's just go as a group.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Anything to get out of here quicker. Scarf down the food. Pop up.
Did you have a bad night?
Oh no, I had a great night. I'm having a bad morning though. As I look around and walk out.
So,
Would
this
there,
guy-
will there even be a ship if there's gonna be a storm soon?
We'll have to see.
Might give us time to make some more money.
Does it
Yeah.
seem like a storm's actually coming in, or is it just bad weather for the day?
Give me nature or survival check, your choice.
Let's go with nature. Nat 1, perfect start for the day.
Good job, city boy.
There's a reason Jack never spends his time outside in the rain. The moment he sees those dark clouds, it's like, get inside or else my hair will be ruined. Can't handle that humidity. Gotta get inside.
Yeah, good fucking start. Good fucking start.
Good start to the day.
Yep. As Jack said, bad morning.
So as you guys finish your breakfast, kind of regather, getting your cart and bringing it along with you, possibly discussing ideas along the way before you get to the docks. And on your side right now is the Spirit Docks, which is obviously closer. And you do see that there are several smaller ships that seem to be there. But none of the bigger ones seem to be here. They seem to be all on the other side at the Fast Dock. Bit strange and ironic in that sense. But as you kind of notice, most of the ships have started to kind of put the sails away and weigh anchor and start to tie themselves by the docks and all. But there are still a couple of ships that seem that, whether by insanity or by determination, they are getting ready for a voyage to depart.
Is there a dockmaster anywhere around?
There is no dockmaster here. You just see everybody kind of just like doing their own thing. And there are guards around to kind of monitor and keep an eye on everything, but there seems to be no real organization going on. Seems like just a thing that everybody's just kind of commonly agreed to.
Okay. I'm gonna start going around and just kind of asking people near each of these ships if any of them are heading to Calfod.
Before he does, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on his Charisma.
Okay.
Alright.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Low for me.
As you start going around for the... Are you just asking the ones that are ready for a journey, or are you asking all of them?
I'm pretty much gonna be asking all of them.
Okay. As you go around asking each and all of them, most of them that are very clearly battening down the hatches for the time being and weighing anchor, they seem to be very much on the side of, we're not going out on this storm. But there is two of them that do say that they do have plans for Calfa within the near future, but they need to stock first before they can actually take off. Or at least an ample enough reason to take off sooner than they planned before. Two of the other ships, though, that are seeming like they're just determined and ready to go, one of them being a dwarven captain and one of them being a turtle captain, seems that they don't have a direction to go. They're just waiting for the first wind to blow them in what way they want to go. With proper incentive, of course.
Okay. Okay. I'll kind of head back to the group and relay that all to everyone, and well, we can head out now, probably, but I'm a little poor.
I think we all are.
Endgame, yeah, we haven't had a proper job in how long?
I was more thinking of Ashran's Little Spell.
Yeah.
Also, Ashen's spell. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I had some gold. Now I have none.
Do we know how much
You have some,
it's
it's
going to
just silver.
cost?
Probably however much we offer them. 'Cause these aren't
Well,
these aren't passenger vessels. These are either merchants or... Do they seem like merchants or just
It
other?
kind of seems like they Wow, what's your passive actually? Really quickly, 14. It seems like they're on and off merchants. That they are
Okay.
merchants when they need to be, and then they're escorts when they have to be.
Okay.
And what is the difference between these docks and the fast docks?
I would say that at some points you probably would have asked someone in the barracks at some point, kind of like, hey, what dock should we go to? The difference between the fast docks and the spirit docks is the spirit docks is meant for more under the radar travel, which is why you have the smaller ships all in this area, hence the spirit name. While the fast docks is you just want to get whatever you want there as quick as possible, regardless of site and or availability. It's where the bigger ships are, where if you need to get somewhere, the bigger ships are probably faster, but they're also easier targets.
Huh. That's intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
As a player, that makes me want to go with the fast docks.
It'll be more exciting.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we don't have that many people who would want us dead anyway, so it might be better just to go on the fast docks.
Maybe it's not people we have to worry about.
Yeah. So actually, that kind of brings up a question. You know, would Jack have any idea of how often, like, merchant vessels in this area get hit by pirates and stuff like that?
Give me an intelligence check.
Also, would Jack be able to hook us up with a merchant who might be connected to his family
That's a possibility. If
and
you
get us
go
home?
searching for one.
Possibly, if there's one
Yeah.
here.
And when it comes to that, it's a little bit hard because it all depends on the waters themselves, especially between the area in which you're traveling. When it comes to this one, though, and you're trying to think of here to Kalfa, there's really not that much space in between. But that entirely depends on the water, if anything will come at you during that time.
Yeah. Let's head to the fast docks, and I just want to kind of peruse and see if there's any symbols or whatever flags I might recognize as other merchant vessels my family might have dealings with.
You take some time to make your way towards the fast docks instead, and go ahead and give me a investigation or perception check, your choice.
Let's see, investigation. Where the hell's perception? Oh yeah, investigation. Fucking god damn it! I'm
Good lord!
fucking
There
done.
is an extreme worry in Jack, where you can just hear the rolling storm just getting closer and closer. At this point, you can hear light cracks of thunder and the occasional flash of lightning just in the distance. And those cracks and those flashes they're stealing Jack's attention. It's like, I don't want to get caught in the rain. I don't want to get caught in the rain.
I
And
think
just,
also he's more just annoyed dealing with the fucking guards first thing in the morning too.
yeah.
Do I notice that Jack is flustered? And can I offer him some sort of assistance and or ask him what he's looking for?
I would say with your passive insight, yeah. You notice that Jack's not all there. His eyes, even though he's looking at the ships and looking at markings and stuff, his eyes still very often drift towards the sky instead.
What are you looking for? Can I help you find it?
Just symbols like on packages or something, just something I might recognize.
Okay. With an 18, while Ashton doesn't know exactly what to look for, there is the occasional time where you see a very evident symbol on some of the crates, where obviously some of them you can tell are just like the generic, like, say the copyright symbol. You're like, you're not going to really look at anything like that. And then there's some where you'll see like oh, that's the Sears logo or something. Or you can occasionally see actual logos on the crates themselves or the packages and stuff like that. And there comes one of them on one of the ships that is currently loading that seems to have the symbol of a forged hammer that is currently slamming onto a broken blade. Medieval Best Buy. And it is one that, Jack, you would recognize. You don't know the name of the family, just because never really been one to care about the name until you've actually met the face. But this is one of the few companies that work off continent with the all trades when it comes to repair work. And the blade is a little bit misleading. They put a blade because it's the most common thing they'll get broken, but they can repair nigh anything made of metal. And it becomes very handy when there comes materials and such that just needs to be fixed up a little bit.
Okay. I will change my outfit to the reds and golds with the family symbol on it. And I think this is the first time besides Fanoa that you guys have seen this? Or no?
Fancy.
No,
No, they saw the
everyone
purple
it 'cause
one.
you changed it when you went towards the
Yes. This is the first time they've seen the reds and golds with the family symbol.
yes.
They saw the
Fancy.
purple. Yeah, purples before. And I'll start walking towards that ship.
I'm gonna tag along with Jack and just provide any assistance I can by either.
Quickly, how long is enhance ability as I
An
talk
hour.
the fuck out of my mic?
An hour last I checked. Then we got
Oh,
it.
okay.
Okay, you got time then. You got time.
Okay.
As you begin to make your way up towards the ship, and you do see that the man that is currently handling all the organization and stuff seems to be of elven nature, and seems to even have this both have. No, neither of you noticed it. Okay. Seems to be not exactly worried in any sense. Seems to be very much diligent on doing his job, organizing his men and women of the docks to get the packages loaded as soon as possible so they can set sail ASAP. And as you begin to approach them, and immediately gets caught by the eye of your garments, the elven man does kind of pause for a few moments, kind of goes, "Make sure it's all ready before we set sail. I don't want to be late. The storm is already bad enough as it is. How may I help you?"
Yes. May I inquire the destination of your guys' vessel?
"We're heading to the other half of the continent of Borisland. Well, we don't plan to make landing until the city of Scaff."
Scaff. Okay.
That is
By
past Calfod.
yeah, Pascal Fod over there by the Grand Duchy. Okay. By any chance, may we purchase passage on your ship and possibly have you make a stop at Calfod?
You watch as he filters a couple of papers, and as he kind of filters through, it's not hard at all to see that what he's looking at is a chart of the sea itself. After a couple moments of thinking, he goes, "It will be a slight detour, but I suppose a man of your stature would be able to compensate for such a thing."
Can I give him a slight nod? How much would you charge for said passage?
"If it is just for you and your sweetheart there, I suppose it'll only be
And
about
point to the rest standing like 20 feet back, and them.
the
I love
card as
that's
well.
what he's correcting.
Astrid Games died. Yep.
Oh, it's the little things that make me laugh.
Yep.
Would that include the cart and the
Uh,
horse as well?
no, we're probably going to try to sell them before we leave.
If you are looking passage for 6 members for your entourage, guards, hopefully, we'll be looking at a 300 gold price point.
Whew.
Oh yeah. Let me put up cons.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, yeah.
I rolled the proper dice this time.
Hey.
Hey. Ha. 300 gold. Any chance you'd be willing to do it for 200? Give him kind of a sly smile.
persuasion check with the advantage. I was debating whether or not that'd be disadvantage or not.
Yeah.
Well, even if it was
Thank God
disadvantage,
it's
it'd be
not.
neutral.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Either way.
I was debating if it was going to be disadvantage, so it'd only be a straight roll. 24.
Either way, it ends up 24.
Yeah, either way,
I
it's
feel like my
24.
advantage has done nothing.
Kinda. You see him kind of ponder for a few moments, kind of looks at his ship and sees the crew that are getting busy at work, and goes, "Well, I suppose if I do rush the crew for a little bit, 200 would not be that much of an issue, and
On
the
a-
detour would be rather short."
And on the plus side, we do come as extra hired bodyguards for the ship.
Indeed. Normally, not much
Over
trouble along
comms,
these
tell him-
waters, but during the storm, the sea gets rather rowdy. Better
And
to
if
have
it
extra
helps, we can pay in platinum.
Very well. 200.
Y'all got platinum?
And I'm just
I
gonna
don't have any gold.
sit here and go like this. To the
I think Almar got platinum to prove a point to Jack, but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what
Actually,
it was.
Delmar has platinum on him. Well, only have 12 platinum, but I can convert some gold into platinum. But
That's true.
because platinum is great for bribes,
Yeah.
yeah.
because it's 10 gold per platinum, and it's a lot easier to sleight of hand a single platinum to someone's glove rather than to try to hand them 10 gold and to have it not seen.
It makes you look rich as fuck when you hand them a $100 bill instead of 10 tens.
Yeah.
This is true.
hmm
So I'm going to try to quickly convert. Does anyone else have platinum?
No,
dude, why would I be carrying platinum?
I have
Because
silver.
it's better than carrying gold. Okay. Then,
You start bribing people. You're the only one who bribes.
Right.
Yep.
So
Jack also bribes, but Jack bribes by words, not by money.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
It's not words. We all know it's not words.
I mean,
So-
words are
Also
involved.
that.
So can I go? So actually, can I say that and then immediately go convert some gold into platinum?
I would say so. There'd be a shop around this area that looked to be on the nicer side of things. You'd be able to convert your gold into platinum.
So-
They would look at you a little bit confused, both because
Gold.
this guy somehow has enough gold to convert into platinum, and also, why does this dude want platinum when he has the gold?
That's yeah. Wait, moving 80 gold is 8 platinum.
So, are we just gonna agree to pay the 200 and then tell him we'll pay him when we come back after selling the horses and converting?
Yeah, basically.
If he agrees to that.
I mean, we don't need to pay in platinum. We can just pay in gold.
This is true.
Yeah, like we can just pay in gold. I didn't mention anything about platinum to him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like,
matter.
and that's why Jack just kind of like beckons someone forward because he's fucking broke, and he says it over mental comms.
So I'll
Somebody get up here who has money.
right.
I only got
so,
77.
So then I'll walk up. I have the gold.
Okay.
Dalmar
So then
managing.
forget the conversion thing. Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But-
As you hand over the money, and the other man does look a little curious as to why one of the servants is the one handing over the money, but at the same time kind of accepts it as a certain case scenario that some people have.
Do I notice that look?
Make an insight check.
Fuck, I can't roll
And
today.
not really. All
I mean,
you
my
can tell is that
passive insight is 15, so. Anything? I mean, I am watching all of this closely.
I would say with the 15, yeah, you would catch that there is a little bit of curiosity in there, and while the other man isn't bringing it up, you can tell that there is some questionable gaze between the gold and the group, but he just silently accepts it. Very well, then please make haste when you sell your cart and horse. We are departing, possibly within the next hour or two. Storm allowing.
Very well.
All right, let's go say goodbye to the horse.
Yes. Turn around.
Alright. So you can actually look for someone to sell specifically, or if you want, which this is just an easy option, you could leave it with the guards of the city. You can never turn down a wagon or a horse.
Can we sell it to the guards?
But I say, I feel like Jack doesn't want to give anything to the guards.
No. No.
Not to mention, we're gonna need more money when we buy passage to Bizzlelock. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say give me a persuasion check. I would say this would be on the tail end of enhanced ability, so keep that advantage.
Didn't need it. Again. Go do
Every
it.
time. Vollmer tries to be useful and the dice say no. Hey, it's still good rolls either way.
Yeah.
Speaking to some of the guards inside the walls themselves, and said that you guys could use a horse and carriage, or wagon, stuff like that. Even though the wagon is a little beat up, that's nothing to say that they could easily fix it up and make use of it.
Actually,
Plus-
it probably looks decent because I've cast mending on that whole fucking thing.
I just meant like wear and tear kind of idea. Yeah, but yeah. Like there's no actual visible cracks and damages. It just looks like this thing has been through hell and back and survived. God damn it.
I mean, it kind of has.
Like, yeah.
Would actually, I'm curious. Would multiple castings of prestidigitation to clean it and mending to repair it make it look fairly, like, reasonable and decent? Because he's done both.
Where is prestidigitation really?
Cleaning, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I try to like.
It's essentially he deep cleaned it and mended all of the like imperfections on it.
I would say it makes it look far more presentable, but that wear and tear is still visible. Like you can always tell the aging of wood.
Oh,
And
yeah,
such
yeah.
like that.
It's just like buying
I
a used car. You know, they put the wax on there to make it like nice and shiny and new, but once
Yeah,
you
but you can still
wash
tell that
it,
it's used. Yeah.
yeah, you see the scratches off of it.
But regardless, after some conversation with them and persuasive convincing that any card's a good card, especially one that has survived travel such as this one. Whether you
It can
think
carry
it,
3 chimeras.
yeah, whether you think it wear and tear or you think it reliability, a cart like this would survive, and so would a horse, especially one that has survived almost getting eaten by toads. After some deliberation, and it seems like one of the guards goes off to kind of converse with a higher up of sorts, they would come back with a small pouch of about 120 gold in total.
Okay. I'll just take it and hand it off to Thalmar. God, forgot your character name for a minute there. Okay.
On the horses, or a horse, singular,
Yeah.
and the cart, and a last second shopping before you depart on this ship across the waters.
Don't think I can get much with my 18 silver and 8 copper.
I don't know, Asher might get a little bit with her 69 silver.
Nice.
Nice.
And they
You're
still have
muted.
12 platinum.
I'm really upset about that still.
Aw.
What'd you say, Dalmor?
So after all that, I still have 12 platinum.
Nice. Okay.
So, with no real plans ahead, making your way back towards the fast docks towards the ship, and it is a sizable ship. I wouldn't call it a galleon by any means, but it's still a large ship to say, where you can see several of the crates that were on the dock, for a large portion of them, have already been lifted and put onto the ship itself, with several of the crew starting to ferry it in and out of the deck down to the actual below. My brain just not knowing both terms. And as you return, I imagine, Jack, you continue to wear the golden and
Yes.
red attire. As you begin to make your way onto there, and during a bit of a pause, the elven man allows you to get onto the ship. And it's almost by stroke of luck that only mere minutes before you guys are to depart, you start to feel the trickle of rain start to hit you, and the booming of thunder raise into the sky above you all. And very quickly and very rapidly do the men and women of the crew, which you now all can get a much better look at now that you're on the deck itself and seeing them run back and forth. It's a strange mix. You've got some tabaxis running in there. You've got tieflings of purple and blue skin. You've got some dwarves in there. You even got a couple of dragonborn, but the dragonborn themselves don't seem to be the muscle. They seem to actually be the overseers, and there's 3 of them. One of a golden scaling, one of a silver scaling, and one of a black scaling. And as all this work starts to get and picking up in pace, once the rain starts to fall and you hear all the voices just start to raise to one another, and while none of you, except for Noah, can understand what in the world is going on, all you just see is each of them somehow pick up the pace and work like a unified group, as if they're one person and one mind. And for Noah, this kind of brings back some warm memories when you were on your own sailing ship, yelling at one another, seeming like you're about to murder one another, but instead you're actually working together closer than ever before. Especially during the rain. It feels quite memorable, some of those survival storms that you've gone through. Good times, happy times.
Can I see if they need some help?
Easily so. As you kind of walk up to some of them, and they do give you a bit of a confused look, especially the dwarves, looking at a gnome woman trying to help them out.
Man.
They're not one to turn down aid, and once they start handing you some crates to help out with them, they kind of instantly see that you've had experience with this, and they feel very much more welcomed and assuring of your aid, that they start kind of yelling at you as well to help them out, to work on things. And you guys all just notice that Fanoa, not seeming the person, picks this up in stride, and seemingly joins the group with little to no effort whatsoever, recalling her sailor days.
And remember, Fanoa's a man gnome now.
Oh, that's right. Forgot. Yeah, man, no.
I still have a dick.
Yes.
You do.
But as the loading begins to finish, and you hear a whistle be blown from below, where the other man is, seems to give a hand signal before he snaps his fingers and appears on top of the deck. Ashrin and Volmer, you'd notice, was a very possibly wasteful use of a Misty Step spell, but hey, climb on with fashion.
Oh my god.
Any use is a good use.
Not if you're me.
But as they begin to lift up the anchors and untie from the actual dock itself, dropping sails, and you all begin to feel the ship lurch forward into the heavy storm. Slowly but surely, with each passing minute, the rain feels to impact harder and harder, to the point where it almost feels like small pebbles are just impacting you all. It's a mighty bad storm, but one that this crew doesn't seem all too phased to travel through. What is everyone doing during this time of departure, if anything?
Clearly the elven man's the captain, yeah?
Or it seems to be the leader, per se.
I'm gonna go up to him and ask, what is your name? I forgot to catch that earlier.
Salis.
Thalos.
Captain Salis.
Salis, okay. Nice to meet you. I am Jack Oliver Frederick Alltrade.
You see him reach out his hand for you as you stating each other's names, and as you kind of finish up your name, he tilts his head interesting and goes, Alltrade. As in the Alltrade family of Bezelok.
Yes.
Oh. It's a bit interesting to find you all the way out here, Mr. Alltrade. Jack, if you'd prefer.
Yes. Ever
We've
for
had
Jack.
some dealings with your family, but we've never had the actual honor of meeting in person with one of them.
Well, I'm out here just exploring, seeing what I can find, setting up business relations wherever I feel they are worthy.
Enjoy your stay. Uh, I must apologize for the accommodations not being that grand to your usual abodes, but I do hope that they are at least at standard for you.
I appreciate it. I'm used to traveling rough, as they say.
If you have any problem, you can always cast the second-hand man, my trusted companion here, and he points towards the golden dragonborn who seems to be actually at the helm, driving the boat itself. Eten here is very diligent and very much capable of dealing with a lot of issues you may have yourself.
So he is your quartermaster, yes?
Indeed.
Very well. That's good to know. If any issues arise, we ever get attacked or anything like that, make sure my whole group is notified. We will help defend as much as we can. May not look it, but everyone here is very able-bodied.
If that is your wish and desire to help out in the possible onslaught that may occur on the waters, I will respect your wishes.
Yes, it would be best to not die, so we might as well help.
Very true. However, I assure you our crew is trustworthy and true. And very capable, I might add. You won't find any finer men or women upon this board than right here on this ship.
Good to know. Good to know. We appreciate the passage.
And around that time, when the Dragonborn does speak up, it goes, I suggest you may want to get under soon. The storm isn't letting up. The last thing I want is to see you drab and wet in that attire of yours. Far too nice.
Yeah, where can we stay?
Head in! Show these fine people the rooms. And you see one of the tabaxis, who was seemingly climbing up from one of the sails and just kind of sitting on the edge, even with all this strong wind and rain. Amelia just kind of leaps down and with his claws kind of occasionally slows himself by descent on the main mast itself before making his way over to you guys. And he is a much more kind of tiger tabaxi, where he has the orange fur and the black stripes across him. And he does definitely have a very distinct smell to him, where he's been sitting in the rain directly within line of sight of it. So he doesn't look the greatest. But he does go, yes, I can show you, just right this way. Come on. It'll be fast. Get you guys out of the rain out there. As he leads you below deck towards a couple of smaller hallways of sorts with small doors that seem just big enough for the average human and not really adjusted for any other sizings of any kind, which is a little troubling given they have 3 dragon boards on board. Inside each of the doors is a small accommodation where it's kind of on par with the barracks rooms, but have just ever so slightly more space to them to actually walk around and put your stuff in, where it has a single bed, a single cupboard, and that's pretty much it. But it seems like there is some more walking room in case you ever want to do like some personal exercise in there or just stretch your legs a little bit.
I'm going to start by casting Prestidigitation and drying everyone the fuck off.
Okay, everyone except for Fanoa, as Fanoa gives
Yes.
Frankie over to Veril to take care of for the time being, while Fanoa is currently enjoying the past of being a sailor and
Are
helping
we
out
underway
the
yet?
crew.
I can dry myself off.
That's fair. Oh. And yes, we are.
Okay, dang it.
So Fanoa helping out up top, and you all being given your own rooms, which, while like Salas said, it's not exactly the greatest thing in the world. It's slightly better than the barracks, but at the very least for a ship voyage that isn't meant for accommodations, it is pretty damn nice, all things considered. To not only have a personal room, but also have a personal bed.
Yeah, to be fair, I was not expecting a room
No.
to ourselves.
At best, I was thinking it was 2 hammocks per room.
Right?
Okay, I'll fucking take it.
Jack, were you offering to help dry someone off with your spell that you have? Is that what was happening?
Already
Wilmer said
did.
he could dry himself off.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Jack
already dried you off.
Oh, good, thanks, because I
Yeah.
was wet.
Jack literally says, like, as you guys are getting into the deck, just goes like, prestidigitation,
I appreciate that.
prestidigitation.
Yep. He actually started with you and worked his way down the group.
Cool, thanks. I lagged out and didn't hear that. Space internet.
So, unless anyone wants to do anything for the time being, Fanoa, give me a perception check for me real quick.
Give me a sec to find it.
Okay, it's been a second.
Damn.
Very
Nice.
nice. 23. As you are working up top with the men and women, there are several times where you can see the water is just picking up heavily, and you, having been your sailor days, know that this is going to be a very bumpy ride. But at the same time, there's also a thrill to that. You remember the thrill of tackling on a raging sea, and looking around, you see that none of the crew themselves seem to be worried of this either. As you kind of look at the raging waters, you can't help but notice that there's these occasional figures that kind of just swim beneath the water. It's hard to make out, but you can see that it has almost this very elegant shape to them, almost dolphin in nature. But with the darkness of the rain and all the crashing waters, it's hard to make out anything else beyond that, even with the 23. If you want, Ashton, you can do Constitution save to see if you're seasick. This is a bad storm. You're rocking, you're jumping. Which, by the way, the only reason the beds and the cupboard are not flying all over the fucking place, which you would immediately find out, is because they are nailed to the fucking ground.
Mm-hmm.
I like to imagine that Boomir's just terrified of sailing, so he's been kind of scared since they got on the boat.
Ashton's not doing the greatest. She's holding it in. She's holding it in.
Just
But,
gonna lay here.
yeah, just gonna be like, oh, please let this be over soon. Wait, doesn't Ashton have sleep?
Cast sleep on yourself.
Oh,
I was gonna say, oh no, you don't have
It's
sleep.
all
Never
fucked
mind.
I switched out sleep when I switched spells and got Chaos Bolt instead.
Ah, so close.
Sounds like fun.
Oh man.
You can speak to them with Speak with Animals. Feral, you can go over to kind of like the rooms where you kind of just double checking this. Yeah, with a pass of 17, you would notice that both Ashton and Volmer are not having the best of times. And once the ship starts to get real heavy and real rocky, which is something you're a little used to only because you've spent time in storms. And for whatever reason, you're not entirely sure why, but the rocking of the ship doesn't really trouble you for whatever reason. And you kind of knock on their doors real quick, and I imagine from Ashton you just hear a very nervous whimper.
I'll be fine as
Easily
long as I don't move.
Easy enough to kind of go give them a quick check on, possibly give them a good berry or something to kind of give them a little bit of a calming sensation to them. At least you're calmer on a full stomach sort of idea. Bulmer. And for Noah,
Oh, I didn't take
as
calm
you
emotions.
cast Speak with Animals on yourself. Yay, business stuff. As you cast Speak with Animals, and you talk down to the creatures. You don't hear them reply. In fact, you hear a voice in your head reply in common. At least, you think it's common. Because it's directly in your mind, you can understand it. And you just hear, "You see us. Come play with us. It'll be fun. Come
Yes.
down."
Fuck that shit.
Do not trust it.
Give me a wisdom
Friends!
saving throw.
Oh no.
Which one?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
9. As Manoa, you hear this voice in your head, and you can't help but feel this calming sensation. It's almost like the storm around you vanishes, as only silence and the voice fills your mind. You're just like, yeah, that'd be a great idea. I'd love to go on a swim right now. And as you get onto the side, onto the brim of the deck, it isn't until the very last second that you hop off that you immediately hear a voice just outside of the world that you've just suddenly been enveloped in ring out saying, "Man overboard!" as you jump into the water. And you just, before you hit the water, you hear a panic just flow to the deck of the ship. And as you hit the raging waters below, you just see beneath this image of half fish, half woman. Only when the hair parts from the water, instead of a more refined feminine face, you see more of a fish face. Almost seeming like it has sharp teeth and beady yellow eyes, just staring at you with
Would we
absolute
hear that below
fury.
deck?
Hmm?
Would we hear that below deck?
Everyone give me perception checks at disadvantage because there's a storm going on.
Nope.
What was it? Perception?
We're
Yeah,
all rolling
perception.
great right now.
Roll again, Viral. Take the lower one. God damn, Dalmar. Paranoid
He's
much?
doing that 20.
Didn't even see what I rolled.
Dalmar, Viral, thank you. You guys can have Frankie.
Oh, it was a nat 20. Okay.
That's a still rolled high. Thank God.
Bulmer and Dalmar. Dalmar in particular. Oh, and Ashrin, because you got the 13. Yeah, 13 with DC. Since he boomed his voice loud, almost like with prestidigitation. As you all just hear this, or sorry, as Ashrin, Volmer, and especially Dalmar hear the words, "Man overboard," and you start hearing the thumping of footsteps up top on the deck starting to ring through, as you kind of take a moment to think on what's going on. What do you guys do? Just hearing someone went overboard.
Are
Over
the mental
comms.
comms still up?
Mental comms are still up, actually. Yeah, for 7 hours.
Everyone check in.
I'm good.
What's going on?
Here.
But Noah, do you check in? Because this is mental.
Oh, can I check in? Am I
This is
not dead
mental.
yet? Okay.
Yeah, this is
yay.
mental.
I'm fish.
But fish, what?
Guys, I heard man overboard. That's probably Finn.
And on that note, Volmir is running out of there.
Yep, let's go.
As
Same.
you
Okay.
begin to rush yourselves on deck, you just see several of the men all making their way to the side of the deck as they're tying themselves with the rope to one another. And you see one of them, being a dwarven woman, seems to be the one that's at the very tail end. For Noah, I need you to make an acrobatics check for me. With a nat 1, as you relay this message to your teammates, and you see this fish-like figure making its way towards you. And as it gets closer and closer, You try and swim as much as you can, but the raging storm keeps you almost trapped in location. And you watch as the fish grabs onto your leg and starts pulling you further down underneath the water. What do you want to do?
Can I stab?
You can stab. It's a disadvantage though, since you're swinging with a big old meaty sword through water. But you can.
Can I do one or two? I
You
don't
can do both.
remember. Yay!
11 does not hit. Go ahead and try again. It's at disadvantage. Once
Roll
more.
one more time.
17
I
does
forgot.
hit. Roll for damage. 9. With 9, you swing the first time and you kind of get used to the speed of which you're swinging the blade, and you go and cut across the back of the creature, and you see this purplish black liquid start to kind of come out of the back where you cut across it. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics or athletics check, your choice. Varel, let me double check if you can turn into things that could swim right now.
Can. I remember.
Can?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can.
Then yes.
I think their limit's flight right now.
Flight is until level 8, I remember that for sure. I don't remember when swim is. I think swim is
Can
maybe
I
level
see what's going on in the water?
Give me a perception check.
So we got the general idea that Fanoa went overboard, yeah?
Yeah, I repeated that over comms.
Yeah, and with mental comms going on, you easily are able to kind of communicate. Even though Fanoa's mind is kind of panicking and on and off here and there, there's a good idea that,
Okay.
not to mention seeing the crew all along the side of the deck, you just see everyone except for Fanoa, and it's just like, fuck, of course.
Jack's
How
going to
high
bolt
above
it toward
the water
everyone.
is the deck?
It's 25 feet.
Jack's gonna
And
bolt
Vero,
it.
yes, you can actually turn into a aquatic creature if you so desire.
I do, very much. Okay, have we confirmed it's Fanoa in the water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes.
Okay. We can't get her out
Um,
at the moment.
Ashrin tries her best to look into the waters, but it's far too dark. The heavy rain beating down and the crashing waters and all the sea foam makes it near impossible for her to even see anything of the sort in there. Meanwhile, Fanoa, as you cut across the back of the creature and you take that moment to kick it off for yourself, you start to swim upwards toward the surface. Vero, what are you turning into?
First, I'm gonna give Frank Ash.
Okay. So while
And
Ash is
then-
looking over the deck trying to look for Fanoa, you kind of just palm Frankie into her chest.
And then I'm gonna turn into a dolphin.
All right. As you leap into the water, you immediately see most of the crewmen go, no, wait! And as soon as you kind of make the dive in there, as your body morphs into a dolphin-like shape, and it kind of goes, Druid overboard! As you crash into the water, and you immediately see Fanoa about 30 feet under the surface of the water, swimming her way up with great sword in hand and one in the other, just swimming her way up. The mental comms going through of her just continuing to talk about pretty fish. And you just see one almost dolphin-like figure as well, with the body of a female woman, but with the face of a far more dreadful fish-looking creature, trying to swim its way back up to Fanoa.
so
The crewmen are going to try and see if they
Jack?
can see Fanoa themselves to try and get in there.
Jack is following suit. Was like right behind Varel, and Jack dives off the side.
Okay.
And he's gonna polymorph himself into a fucking killer whale.
Okay.
Motherfuckers with your animal transforming. I'm legit contemplating just diving into the water normally right now.
I don't think we need to.
Speaking of, you do watch as the dwarven woman does, and I mean this literally, get thrown into the water by one of the dragonborns. So he just lifts her up and just suplexes her into the fucking water. And she, you
What's
see
wrong
her
with the dwarf?
form herself into a, into almost like a torpedo to just pull it in there. It's like they've done this before, and this is what they're prepared for.
Throw me.
Yeah, literally, it's just like, I'm ready, do it, and you just get, whoa,
Fucking Gimli shit right there.
And as Jack, you yourself will leap in and pulling out the orb, holding it in your hand as you focus on the killer whale shape, as you morph and transform, where you hear the loud crash of the wave and water going in there. And as 3 new figures appear, Fanoa, go ahead and give me another acrobatics check for me, as the fish is trying to grab onto you once again. You do manage to beat it still. It seems like whatever the scratch you gave across its back is too much for it to handle. As you make sure you kick it off and you force your way towards the surface, you see a dolphin crash into the water, a dwarven woman torpedo in, and then a fucking killer whale just body slam into the water above you. And with mental comms, you can easily tell that Dolphin and killer whale is Veril and Jack. Who the fuck is the dwarven woman with rope around her waist? You have no fucking clue. Well, you know it's part of the crew, but why the fuck is she down here? You don't know. I imagine you guys swim all your ways to get to her. Let's see if,
We got 60 feet. We got a 60-foot swim speed?
Yeah, more than enough. I believe dolphin is also 60 foot, if not more, because they're fucking dolphins. Those things are literally living torpedoes.
It's
Fucking murdering sharks naturally and all that.
120-foot blind sight?
Holy hell.
Yeah. I'm a bite a bitch.
Oh, you're going right for the...
Oh, yeah, the ones attacking Fanoa.
Oh, okay.
I'll be back. Just a minute.
Okay.
So, Veril, are you going right for Fanoa, or are you also going for murder?
No, I'm going for Fanoa.
Okay.
And then, if I do get Fanoa, I'm gonna pass her on to the dwarf lady.
Okay. So, as Veril darts in their dolphin agility to grab onto Fanoa as she snatches your fin, easily to do with mental comms, as you make your way back to assist with the dwarven lady, while Jack, in his killer whale form, swims towards the fish figure. Go ahead and make an attack.
Oh. Sad face.
9 does not hit. As you try to go for the bite, it swims out of her reach. But it does not seem keen on maintaining this assault any longer, as you watch the figure dart off into the water at a much faster pace. Just
Attack.
darting.
Did I get an attack of opportunity?
Sure, why not? Why not?
Just...
Why not? Oh
Yeah.
god, Volmer. 12 does not hit.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, you try to go for the second bite as it's retreating and diving deep into the dark, dark ocean. But unfortunately, does not land a hit as the creature departs, as you see the small bit of black ichor just continuing to flow from the back, where Fanoa gave it a good slash. Meanwhile, Veril, as you shoot up from the water and your dolphin glory with a small man and a small woman now, as you launch out of the water, and with an agility only a dolphin can give. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check as a dolphin, if you have its stat sheet. I know for a
Quick
fact that
question.
has a stat sheet. How about
Who's holding the other end of the rope that's tied to the dwarven woman?
all the crewmen? They have like an extra 100 feet of rope for the actual
Who looks the
length.
strongest?
The Black Dragonborn, who is third in line. Oh, hasting him?
Yep.
Hasting him
And
gives
how
him
many-
more speed, more AC, and an extra action, which can only be used for attack, dash, or disengage. So
Use
haste would be-
object.
Huh?
Use an object.
Or
Hang on a
Or
rope
use
using
an
an
object.
object.
That's true. Okay, all right.
And Volmir's gonna go see if there's an open spot on the rope and start trying to help.
Okay. As you all watch the dolphin break through the surface, and while it's graceful to a point, there's only so much Varel can do with a gnome man and a dwarvish woman on the back of the dolphin form. Makes it about 10 feet or so into the air before it starts to plummet down again. And as all the group begins to heave to yank them up, the dwarven woman grabs onto the back of Fanoa's clothes as he starts to hold on tight. Go ahead and give me a strength check, Volmer, if you're helping. Meanwhile, this entire crew is going to make one joint strength check.
Fuck yeah, I'm a weak little bitch.
Weak.
Not
You're
even average.
pulling as much as you can, but once you start like your pull, you immediately hear the rest of the group goes, and heave, and you get yourself lurched backwards with the rope as you held on tight, and the entire group just one unified tug almost puts you on your ass with how far they pull.
Volmer
and
flies
how
off the
they tug.
back of the other side of the boat.
Goes all the way to the other side.
Oh no!
Dumbass
tried.
down! But I say,
I can
hold
get
them
back on the ship on
all,
my own.
and especially the black dragonborn you see with the hasted action reaches his second hand and gives an additional tug as well. With that lurching strength, you see Fanoa alongside with the dwarven woman pulled clear across the actual deck itself, about 5 feet higher before both landing hard on their backs onto the deck with a loud thud amongst the rain. Meanwhile, Varel, I imagine you would now do a downward deep dive before you launch back up into the air onto the deck, transferring back to normal.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
Question.
Having no actual weight on you this time, using every bit of speed that you possibly can, launching up. And it's a little bit of a close call. You do have to grab the edge of the ship for a couple seconds before one of the crewmen had to help you back on top. Jack, what's the dexterity of a whale?
I don't know if I need to worry about that. It's 10, but
10? Okay.
how fast is this ship going?
It's going relatively fast, like in terms of just speed. Well, with the crashing waves, it slows it down a slight bit, but I would say it's roughly going about 150 right now.
Oh, so it goes 150 or... Oh, okay. So...
Yeah, they have the sails down. They are not scared of this right now.
Okay. Don't throw the rope down again.
So,
Because I don't think I could... No, a giant whale's not going to be dexterous enough for fucking that dolphin
that's
shit.
why I asked for its dexterity.
Nope.
So it's you as a giant whale just like forcibly keep swimming closer towards the ship, and a lot of the crewmen are very confused as to what the fuck's happening. They did watch you transform, and you watch as they chuck down the dwarven woman once again as they tell us like, "You got another one, go fishing!" You see her just kind of roll her eyes, just kind of jumps down, sees the killer whale
Just
before you transform back into yourself.
giant maw opens up and then back to Jack.
Yeah. Kind of see a moment of just panic where she thinks like you're just gonna swallow her before you revert back, and she grabs onto the front of your shirt and just goes, "Hey!" And with another lurch of everyone, and with the Dragonborn once again giving that extra lurch, pulls you each clean onto the deck. And with a heavy breath from each of you,
I feel alive.
Delmar, you noticed that Fanoa's leg, very easily where she was grabbed, there's this strange, almost octopus-like suction cup markings along her legs.
Oh. I'll look at one of the crew members and go, "What's that?"
As they're all kind of like untie themselves and kind of begin to undo their restraints and stuff, you do see they kind of look over. And after a moment, they kind of walk up to you and goes, "Let me see." And it is one half-elven man who seems to be kind of looking over and goes, "Oi! Who's got a restoration on them? She's been infected."
Just reach down, cast lesser restoration.
You have less restoration?
Mhm.
What the fuck, Jack?
Jack's a cleric.
I know, but what the fuck?
Jack's a cleric, and Jack likes to sleep around.
Fair enough.
It cures a disease.
Before
Yep,
one of the
right.
crewmen can even go over, you place your hand just above that section, and you watch as you give that divine flash of light over her leg. His leg. God damn it. Gotta remember it.
Pronouns do not matter. All that matters is Stab
There's less restoration.
and Frankie.
With what part of your body?
Oh, speaking of Frankie here,
Oh, thank you. Thank you for keeping him safe.
maybe you should go lay down.
As you watch those strange suction cup marks begin to kind of fade away into the skin and revert back to normal. The half-elven man kind of looks at you very confused, but also very intrigued, and goes, "Nicely done."
Cleric and bard, actually. Yeah, that's what I got from bard.
Bard gets less restoration?
Yeah,
Fuck me.
I know.
They sleep around, they need it.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
It's built in for that stereotypical bard.
Not.
It is.
And the silver dragonborn actually comes up to you, Fanoa, kind of slaps a hand on her shoulder, grips a little tight, kind of goes, "I recommend watching out for the wildlife. Not all of it is friendly."
Well, obviously, I just tried to say hi, see what they're doing, tell them they're pretty.
Rude! How dare you attack me?
So indignated.
Perhaps keep the compliments to yourself next time. Gives you a little pat before it kind of gets back up.
Yeah, Fanoa, keep it in your pants. I know it's new for you, but keep it in your pants.
Back to work! Enough delays! And the golden dragonborn nods. "Let's move, men! Before any more of them come back and try to swindle the rest of us." You give him a pat back?
I want to give him a pat back.
And you
Good
kind of
game.
like quickly get up and you give him like a quick pat to like the waist because he's way too tall for you. You see him pause and look down at you, utterly confused. "Can I help you?"
Uh,
No, he's going,
Good game.
Would you return the favor? I appreciate the pats. Now you get pats back. Good job.
"Keep
He
the
doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, "I'm sorry for my friend. She hasn't been a man this long."
He only looks at you even more confused. Or looks back at Fanoa and goes, "Keep the pats off the merchandise."
I like him.
Oh, that's great.
Turn to Fanoa. Fanoa, you gotta ask for consent first. Come on.
They're just
You
friendly
can't-
little butt pats.
You can't just touch the butt.
You can't just touch the butt. Gotta ask for
That is
permission.
noted.
You're not on a sports team. Sorry.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. Good game. Oh my god.
With already starting off the travel with a bit of excitement in tow. Unless anybody else wants to do anything for the rest of the day.
We'll dry everyone off again. As we go
Yeah, I'm
underneath.
just gonna go back to my room.
Cling to the bed again. You can speak up, goddamn you.
Oh man.
But as the first day goes by with the heavy storm breaking onto the deck for most of the day, until nightfall comes when it starts to calm down. If you want, yeah, you can give Ash and Varel 5 gold each.
Yay!
I'll probably just turn
I
it
am
in
not
fucking
accepting
silver.
the gold. Keep it.
No.
Oh.
No, this is friendship goal.
Friendship gold. I mean, I am not above taking gold, but I'll probably just turn it into silver later.
That's smart.
You should really like just go through and convert all your gold to silver and just have this massive pouch of fucking silver just in case.
I can't wait for her to get the gold to platinum and she has no gold to convert.
Oh my god.
That's an option? Now I'm really mad.
I said, spoiler alert, there's an option for all of them. Forward and back.
Oh no.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah. Alright,
Oh my
so
God.
Varel denies the 5 gold of friendship. Well,
I'm not above taking it. I'm gonna take it.
Alright, so go ahead and
I'm
mark
feeling
5
a
gold
little
off. Mark 5 gold
light
off,
in
Noah.
the money.
Vanoa's trying to give friendship gold for watching out for Frankie to Ashrin and Varel. Varel adamantly denies, while Ashrin gladly accepts.
I will do it
I
for
thought
free.
Daryl was gold desperate.
I will do it for free. Frankie's the only exception.
This is why you have, like, the first custody.
But with the nighttime coming to a very clear sky, with the rainstorm having passed, and you see the glimmer of the crystal clear stars in the sky, you just hear a very peaceful calm, and this comes very welcoming to Ashford more than anyone, more than likely. That after the rocking of the ship, it's just gentle and smooth sailing. And you each have a porthole that you can actually look out of that has a small latch to it for the window. You can all kind of just gaze out into the actual water itself and just see the beauty of the calm shimmer across the deep ocean water. The glint of both the moons shining in the sky. I'm on the second day. Who wants to roll me a d20?
I'll do it.
Okay. 14. Okay.
Bless you.
Come the
Thank you.
second day of travel, you awaken to a heavy fog. Probably not helped by the storm last night as the morning comes and you can see almost nothing beyond 10 feet. Even the deck itself is so overcome in fog that it's hard to even find where you're going. The crewsmen themselves seem like they're perfectly fine, only because they know this ship back to front very easily, bow to stern, top to bottom. And you do hear several times, several calls of men and women, just each conversing with one another to keep themselves up to date. Kind of goes, front side clear, back clear, west we got movement, school of fish, east we got nothing. Several calls for most of the morning, where, if you guys so desire, can do what you wish, as breakfast is served to you, and you are given a rather decent breakfast of freshly cooked eggs with some slices of ham. That while the ham isn't exactly the best prepared, it definitely is something you don't really expect on a ship to be served directly. They do bring your little platters to your rooms each that you went to sleep at.
Nice.
Even on a ship, they eat better than adventurers do. Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, room service.
Let's see.
unless anybody wants anything to do for the time being. As the day continues to roll on by, and it's only until the afternoon is when the mist starts to clear up. And I imagine for Noah, you're back up to helping the crew with whatever they need for the time being. You can see the vast expanse, just nothingness all around you. And once again, there's that reminder, that sensation of travel whimsy, where it's like, you're lost. You can't see anything around you, and yet you feel a sense of direction, which just fuels an adventurous thrill within you. And reminds you why it is adventuring was such a key component in your life to begin with. But with a calming day ahead of you, just vibe with Frankie while in the ocean.
I'm just inscribing a few things.
Okay. As you wander along the calming sea, each of you either gazing out at the waters. Bad pickup lines on the dwarf lady.
Yes! Do it!
Give me a charisma check. Just straight charisma.
Take advantage as I cast Enhance Ability on you.
Oh, we lost DM.
Oh no.
And we still can't see Volmer. We'll tell Volmer.
I have to turn my camera back on. My bad.
Were the bad pickups were they that bad?
Were they that bad? Oh no.
I want to hear some bad pickup lines.
My Discord just fucking crashed on me. I don't know what happened there. Okay.
Please
You have
look
advantage.
up
You have advantage from Enhance Ability.
the
Well, no,
related
if you're
bad pickup
inscribing-
lines.
If you're inscribing in your room all day, you don't know that Vanoa's trying to hit on the dwarf.
Fuck, okay, never mind. Cry.
But, Jack does.
Oh, is Jack up top on the deck?
Oh, did I hit the wrong button? I meant
What
to
the
hit-
hell? Temp HP.
Oh, that's right, because one of them gives Bear's Endurance, gives temp HP.
Ah, okay.
But yeah. So yeah, Jack would be roaming, like, he's not going to spend all day cooped up in a cabin. So if he notices that shit, yeah, he's casting Enhance Ability on fucking Fanoa.
Also, Delmar, I just saw the image you sent. That's actually a very good image.
Yes.
Very good image.
And all I can think of is the Jolly Sailor Boy.
So, as Jack, you are able to see this. Fanoa, go ahead and roll again your charisma check. Hopefully get better than a 9.
Please get a 1.
Yes.
Much better.
Getting Fanoa laid.
And you do use your pickup line there. There is a
'Cause damn.
noticeable cringe reaction, but at the same time, the dwarven lady is also kind of like, well, if you ain't got some balls on you to approach you with something as trash as that, almost as bad as working at the mines.
Oh my god.
This hurts. That
This hurts so much. Can I take back my spell?
as you're watching just Fanoa lay on with these terrible lay-ons, these terrible like hitting puns, and while the dwarven woman is still very much like, you are terrible at hitting on me, there's also like a sense of like, but it's admirable, it's adorable, and I like it sort of deal. It's like, you got the balls to walk up and be a fucking idiot like that.
I mean, I did almost die to like a siren thing, so like I don't have much else to lose. I might as well get a nice little girlfriend
Homer.
person. I
Being a
like her.
dumbass works sometimes. I mean, it worked for me.
That's fair. Oh man.
And while Jack, there is a bit of regret going on inside of you of like, oh, this is cringy as all fuck. It seems like at the very least that dwarf meets gnome actually is working out better than you would have thought.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion with a big thumbs up behind the dwarf, so Fanoa can see it, and then have it disappear. Oh. So dumb. It's so dumb. I hate
So
these so
dumb.
much. I love him, but I hate him.
So, as the day goes on, and Finoa tries to get some, trying to use out her new equipment that she has yet had an opportunity to really expand upon.
She's gonna expand something.
As the day continues on, and night falls yet again, there seems to be a slight layer of fog that comes over the ocean. Anyone who would be on top of the deck, give me a perception check during the nighttime.
Facts, Fulmer.
Okay. So, Ashton, as you come up from below deck, kind of feeling the evenness and wanting to see this more splendor, beauty compared to last night in a much more direct fashion. Veril as well. Sounds like everyone except for Dalmar and Volmer on top of the deck. As Jack and Ashrin, while you guys are kind of gazing at the stars and looking over the ocean with this slight whimsy that is covered in fog, it's got this allure to it of its own. As you're kind of gazing off into the distant, into the sky, you can't help but see this slight glint of a flashing light far off towards the eastern direction, or sorry, southern direction. Eastern for you, southern coordinately.
Okay.
And while it seems like it's just a singular light, maybe it's just a trick of the night, you can see it just kind of flicker. Every once in a while, just kind of flickers on and off.
Who's
see that?
helming? Yeah, who's helming the ship right now?
The Silver Dragonborn is currently at the helm, as the Gold Dragonborn is resting.
I'm gonna head up to them and be like, do you see that out there? That light?
East is right, Volmer.
I fucking checked before I said anything, and I still got it wrong.
Here's how to remember. Never eat soggy
I know. There's like 50 versions of that dumb phrase.
It's never eat shredded wheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Never eat Santa's wife.
What?
Wow.
Repeat yourself.
Talk about ho
Never
ho.
eat Santa's wife. That one was repeated at my middle school. Or not my middle school, my elementary school.
Wow.
Okay, I haven't heard that
Never
one before.
eat Santa's
Yeah.
wife. I fucking love it.
Was cannibalism big at your elementary school?
Wrong type
I
of
don't
eating.
know.
Yep, that's actually where I was going to.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was
yeah,
thinking.
which kind of eating are we talking here?
The ho 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 kind.
The middle schoolers have to learn early.
Elementary.
Yeah.
Elementary school has to learn early.
Man. Group of Scary Movie. We learned early.
Yeah.
Then again, in middle school, we had a different version of Yankee Doodle, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So as Jack, you go up to the Silver Dragonborn. What is it you said?
I'm gonna point out the light to him and say, do you know what that is out there?
As you point it out in his direction, kind of focuses for a good while before you see his eyes almost kind of register optically. And he calls her and goes, "Look out! Southern! Glinting light, what do you see?" And you just see at the crow's nest, one of the tabaxi that have climbed their way up there pulls out a spyglass and focuses on the light and goes, "Nothing, sir! And I mean it! Light and nothing else!"
Can I climb up to the crow's nest too?
It'll take you time, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll climb up there and
Okay.
ask if I can take a look through the spyglass.
As you do so, you do see that he is continuously focusing on that glinting light in the distance. And once you get up there, you do see him hesitantly hand it over to you, but he
Yeah.
does at least do so.
And I'm gonna take a look through it, and I do have dark vision now with Jack.
It won't matter, it's super effing far off, but
Yeah.
still, go and give me another perception check.
I just didn't know if it mattered with the spyglass itself.
Not at that range that you're trying to look. And with an 11, when you focus on that light, you continue to see that flicker and that shift every once in a while, but you don't see any source to it. You don't see any reason behind it. Just as the Tabaxi had said, you can see the light, should have a source, but you don't see a source.
Yeah, anglerfish just fucking huge. I'm gonna hand it back and be like, probably avoid that, whatever it is. And how far off does it seem to be?
Judging by sheer distance alone, it's at least over maybe 1,000, 2,000.
And are we heading in a direction or no?
No, you're heading vertically compared.
Okay, so we're not gonna bisect that area at all.
No, not at all. It is off course.
Yeah. Okay. That's sketchy as fuck. Sketchy as fuck.
Noah.
If I jump into... Wow. Fanoa's just gonna be jumping overboard every fucking day. Just to get fondled by this fucking dwarf woman.
It's for love.
Uh-huh. That's what it's for.
So, with that flickering light off in the distance, and you do see that some of the crewmen have overheard at this point. They're all kind of looking over, and you do hear slight whispers kind of spreading among them. Just little things here and there.
Would Jack have read any stories of what this could possibly be?
Give me a history check.
What the hell's my history?
22. It's all hearsay, all rumor. But a flash of the sea is commonly referred to as a call sign of some sort. Only very few people actually respond to the call itself. And when it comes to what you get responding to the call, there has been such a vast difference in it that no one really knows. And it's the reason why sailors and merchants themselves never chase the call often enough. Because some say that you are never seen again. Some say that you come out with treasures unto what you could ever believe. Some say it's literally just a creature waiting to devour you. And others say that it's a creature waiting to be rescued, to reward you in some way.
I'm just gonna kind of like, as I'm looking at it, just be saying this out loud to the Tabaxi, and possibly anyone else who's listening from below.
The Tabaxi himself nods, kind of goes like, I've heard the tales. The thing is, I don't know how much I believe them. After all, I mean, the first time we've ever seen the light. And you know what they say, never go towards the light.
I mean, unless you're in a dark cave.
I like that advice.
I suppose. Or in a raging storm and you see the lighthouse, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't go towards that light, actually.
Yeah, don't you avoid the lighthouse?
Yeah, you
'Cause
avoid
that's
that light.
It's telling you there's rocks that you'll crash into if you go that way.
I mean, you go towards that direction, but you gauge yourself. I don't mean you ram the lighthouse directly.
Full speed.
Yeah. I will not lie and say I'm not intrigued, but, that does seem sketchy as hell.
Indeed. You're a special guest here, though, so I imagine if you told the captain, probably side with you if you want to go look. Not that I'm telling you we should go look.
Does it intrigue
He
you?
wants to go look.
I mean, sailor half my life. never seen the light. Only ever heard rumors. There it is in front of me.
So that's a yes.
I'll save myself the shame of possibly getting us all killed.
Oh, it's part of the adventure, though. I'm gonna see what everyone else wants, and I'm gonna head down and I'm gonna relay this to everyone else. What do you guys think? Captain might go check it out if we could talk to him. Does anyone want to see what it is?
Nope.
Low chance of loot.
That feels like a
High
really
chance
bad
of being
idea.
attacked. No reason to go. Let's do it.
No. No.
The real moment.
I feel like we have other things that are more important and pressing that we need to attend to,
I mean,
and I'd rather not be eaten by whatever monster is trying to lure us in.
there's nothing around the light. There's nothing making it. So it could be something magical. I mean,
I think everyone except for Dalmar and Volmer is on deck. So
I would have gone down and grabbed them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it brought them up to have this conversation.
Errol, you can talk, goddamn you!
So, one vote for no, one vote for yes. Fanoa, what do you
How
want
much
to
for
do?
now?
Yeah.
One vote for yes.
Volmer says no.
Volmer says no. That's 2 for no.
God, no.
Veril, what do you want?
No, from Veril. It is a flickering light in the distance that does not seem to have a body to it. The most that anyone on the deck knows is an old common sailor's rumor that when you see the spark of light in the distance, if you follow it, you either get eaten by something, save something and get rewarded, find treasures untold ever seen before, or just straight up vanish for all of existence.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Oh, that's an answer for Veril, which is the yes.
That's 3 yeses and 2 nos. So far without me. I want to say yes also.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, fine. We can go, but if I die, I'm taking y'all with me.
At that point, you're just gonna start spamming spell slots to get the fucking fireball.
I will just explode us all.
Hope to God to get the one that puts you to the ethereal plane for a minute.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna head down
Oh,
to.
while we're together, I'm going to hand Fanoa the horse, the obsidian steed,
Okay.
because it has chances to kill me. But I'm pretty sure you're neutral, right?
That's a good point,
I
yeah.
think so, yeah.
What is your alignment? Here, let's double check that.
Chaotic neutral? I think?
Yes, chaotic neutral.
Then I'm handing it to Fanoa, because it won't kill her, and I don't think she has a magic item yet.
I feel like I
Yes,
did.
she does. She has one that she just hasn't used yet.
She has Frankie.
She has some fucking like giant magic crystal that summons an elemental, right?
She has an
Yeah.
elemental crystal, yeah.
Yeah.
So
More friends.
I'm sending her the horse. just
Which
'cause-
actually, funny enough, Volmer wouldn't know that she has that crystal.
Oh
He
yeah,
has
huh?
that crystal. Yeah, that's true.
Wouldn't know about that.
Has never pulled it out, has never talked about it.
I would know they have something would know he has something magic on him though, because I used detect magic a few times.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. But you also know that Frankie also counts as something magical, too.
Also, at this point, I've just come to expect random magic item bullshit from you guys.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
So,
I'll head to the captain.
Manoa, take the figure of wondrous power, Obsidian Steed.
1 second, I cannot hear a thing you're saying because my brother's doing
Okay.
everything.
I'm adding it for you.
Okay, what's happening?
You
I'm
know my
adding, the
magic horse
figurine.
thing?
Oh,
You
that,
get
okay,
Buttercup.
yeah.
Here, go ahead and refresh your page, and you should have it now in your inventory.
I removed it from mine.
100% should rename that in your inventory and just
You
call
can.
it Buttercup.
You actually can if you want to.
Yeah.
I love how everyone agreed on the name Buttercup.
Yeah.
What else would you name a nightmare steed?
Fuckery.
Hellfire.
Ash.
Fuckery, away!
Random bullshit.
So after Vollmer hands over Buttercup unto Fanoa. Jack, you said you're going to go get the captain?
Yeah? God,
Yeah.
a raging barbarian on the back of a nightmare. That's awesome.
Exactly.
And
But she's gonna get
combo?
flight.
It's gonna be an
Yeah.
interesting combo.
So the nightmare has a chance to kill good people then?
Yeah,
No.
it's only
If your
the good
alignment is
alignment.
good,
Yeah,
if your alignment is good, then it has like a 1 out of 20.
10%.
Yeah, it's okay. So there's a 10% chance that it won't listen to you. And then if you write it while it's not listening to you, it could just plane shift to the hell and you're gone.
If you're a good alignment. If you're neutral or evil, it will not do that, but it
Yeah.
just won't listen to you at that point.
Well, I've been taking this risk every time I've been using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astron Space Internet committed seppuku again.
Yep.
Oh.
There we go.
Jack, as you go and get the captain, kind of knock on the captain's quarters door. You do hear a bit of a groggy wake up, but eventually the oven man steps out. Probably caught him in the middle of his 4-hour rest. As he's kind of really just kind of patting himself down, making sure he looks presentable, and kind of goes, yes, there's something going on.
There's a flashing light out on the waters. And a few of your crew and a few of us seemed a little intrigued to go check it out if you would be permitting.
You watch as he kind of like gestures you to step aside as he goes off to the deck to see most of the men are all just kind of looking off to the side and whispering amongst each other, and he just goes, "Back to work, the lot of you. We still have distance to make." But he himself goes to the side of the deck to see the flashing light in the distance.
The whole time I'll kind of just keep reciting what information I know.
Tell me, Mr. Alltrade, when you say some of you are interested in exploring this opportunity, are we expecting a quantifiable payment in return?
From us? Or from what might possibly be down there, or over there?
Whichever one's the higher price.
Is Ashton a scholar? I think Ashton just...
I don't know if Ashton would count as a scholar.
I do have proficiency in history, if that...
Never mind, Ashton is a scholar. Okay.
I have a very expensive education.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Never mind.
Like,
Yeah, that's a fair
we're
point.
all from very, like, expensive education families.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, but see... You have, like, the shuttered, reclusive, like, rich person. Then you have you who are forced probably out. And then... Well, Jack was too, but he's kind of enjoying this.
I was gonna say, Jack was forced out on his own merits.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scholars are pussies.
Fucking flat planer.
Fucking flat planer. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
this reminds me that they made that joke in Critical Role.
Oh my god.
They did?
They did.
Did
They
they?
stole the joke from us.
Campaign.
It was like a week or two after us too, so I was just like, oh my god, the irony.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I have to go find that again because I forgot. Okay, yeah.
They stole the joke from us.
They did.
Right.
Somebody on Critical Role's watching us.
Totally.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just shout out to whoever's watching us, you know.
Oh my
That's a
god.
shout out.
It's probably
Ah,
Sam. Let's be fucking honest. He
Oh,
watches a
fair
bunch of
enough.
weird shit.
Yeah,
He
right.
watches a bunch of weird shit.
That light is so far out there, it's, probably the ethereal plane, I would imagine.
I will throw you
Sure.
overboard, Dalmar.
For sure.
Boromir looks at him like he's contemplating Fireball again.
Jack is too. Wait a minute. Well,
Sorry,
Captain.
elemental plane of water.
To
My
the
bad.
captain. I mean, I can't guarantee really either. It's more, how adventurous are you guys feeling? If there are riches to be had, equal share would be afoot. But it's all on you. Could be nothing. We could come out with a loss, or we could come out way ahead.
Oh, we can come out with far more than just a loss.
Didn't specify
Huh.
how deep of a loss. A loss of life is still a loss.
You're adventurous. Heck, you're out here on the oceans when you should be at home with your family. I suppose there's the reason why the All-Trade family has grown as far as they have.
Very much so.
If you
Nervous?
think the gamble is worth the risk, I suppose there's no wrongdoing in accepting the opinion of a professional.
As with all merchant business, there is a gamble involved. And same with life, as we have found recently. This could be great, and it could be horrible. So, uh-oh. They could be my new family. Oh my god.
Well then,
Don't
let's
understand.
gamble. Make way to south! Full sail!
In all
As he
fairness,
calls that out, you immediately start feeling the ship lurch and shift as all the sails are now released from their much calmer voyage to a far more further effort towards the light in the distance. And with each passing minute, as you each kind of just feel the cold breeze of the wind and watch the stars just slowly shifting the sky, the water parting as you make your way closer and closer towards it. That light seemingly doesn't actually grow any closer, but you all kind of start feeling the sensation as you can start seeing it more clearly. And that flicker starts to become more consistent and odd. And at some point, it's almost like an impossible thing to keep your eyes off of, to keep your focus away from.
Yeah.
I
is
need
there...
everybody to make me an intelligence saving throw.
I was just about to ask if there was any magical thing that this might be.
Fucking wow.
Not
Dang.
bad, guys.
Wow.
It's pretty smart people here.
Dang,
Oh,
Vero.
that Volmer is the only one who failed.
Oh no.
16 is the DC.
Damn. The fucking wizard.
Fucking
Sometimes it'd be like that.
hell, you.
I have a +8 in this.
You do.
Yeah.
Right. I know the
Most
feeling.
of the crew
With
made
the
it, but
Corvais.
there are some that also failed. So, as you ride closer and closer towards this light in the distance, eventually when it comes down to in Jack, you start feeling that tingle of magic start to kind of flow over. Each and every one of you, in that one instant, almost feel as though you vanish from this world. As everything just falls dead silent around you.
Do I know what this might be?
Not really. As you kind of just, each of you find yourselves in a amorphous space of some kind. You can feel yourself touching ground, but there is no actual ground to touch. You see nothing, you feel nothing. And there comes a moment where you see that flicker of light once more. And you start to walk your way towards that instinctively. When in a flashing moment, you come to, each of you awakening on the deck of the ship. Except for Volmer.
Oh shit.
And you see that most of the crew also fell unconscious in this moment. And as each of them kind of groaning, holding their heads and waking up.
Reminder, I am immune to magical sleep.
This is not a magical
Oh.
sleep.
Okay,
This is more of a charm effect.
gotcha.
Wait, aren't elves immune to charm?
They are.
Not immune, they
Aren't
have
they?
advantage. I think.
They have advantage on the check, that's right. So go ahead and take an advantage on that intelligence saving throw. Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay. That's right. I forgot about that.
Nice.
As you all awaken on the deck, and the majority of the crew also awakens, but there's still some of them that are unconscious, including the silver dragonborn that was at the helm. And as you all come to, you see bright, clear daylight with slowly gesturing clouds, and just a single island just in front of you.
And it was just night.
It was just nighttime when you all suddenly
Fucking love
vanished
it.
and reappeared.
Hmm.
However, one thing of note, which Delmar, you would notice in an instant, is the shadows on the ground are shifting consistently. And with a couple of moments of focus on them, it's not that they're alive. It's time is moving faster. With a quick gaze at the sun in the sky, you can see it visibly moving.
There's some
Right.
Admiral's End shit right here.
Out of curiosity, I'm gonna open up comms. Does it end immediately?
Give me a roll. Eight.
Oh shit.
You feel that you got the optimized time to feel this. Give me either Arcana or Wisdom, your choice.
While he's doing that, can I go cast Dispel Magic on the Silver Dragonborn?
Okay. So as you-
Arcana or wisdom?
Yeah, Arcana specifically, or just straight Wisdom. As you
It's the same
walk
roll.
up to the Dragonborn and you lay your hand on top to cast a spell magic upon them. In that moment, you feel a wash of magical effect dissipate from the Dragonborn. And you see the eyes stretch open. And he sits up in a panic, goes, Where are we? What happened? My home.
Sounds-
And you see him kind of cover his eyes from the light and all. The dwarven woman is not awake.
If you kill her, I swear to God.
Aw.
Finoa's about to like grab me by the wrist, like, fix now.
Damar.
I mean,
with a
I'd do it,
14.
but there's also a chance that I'd blow her up accidentally, so.
With a 14, you can feel that for some reason, time is moving at the very least twice as fast in this area. As even though you feel you got the maximum time out of your their mental comms, You can feel it as you have before waning far quicker than ever before. And as a lot of the crewmen are also going around kind of trying to shake awake the others that are asleep. One tabaxis, the dwarven woman. You also see a couple of the half-elves also are just unconscious for the time being.
Guys,
And you
time
see
is
the
passing at an incredible rate.
and you see
Cool.
the Alvin captain kind of get up and call out and goes, "Sign off! Every last one of you! We need to know who's here and who isn't." And while a majority of the members do sign off, calling out, "Here! Present! Alive! Barely!" You do hear someone call and says, "Eric's not waking up! Neither is Jules! We had more unconscious over here!"
Is Salus awake?
Celis comes from below deck. Seems that he went to go check up on a couple things. And he's holding his head for a little bit and kind of goes, "What on earth just happened? Who in Xal'Mel has the power to do that?"
Time is passing at an incredible rate. At least twice as fast, if not faster.
Or any
And
reason why we have anything? And you realize a recognition come over him and he goes, and he looks over the deck, sees other people not waking up, goes, "Devere isn't waking up either."
Can I roll Arcana or History to see if I would know what's going on?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Either or.
Yeah, I rolled an Arcana as soon as that happened, but I don't think anybody noticed.
Oh, I noticed.
Okay.
Palmer with a 23. It is a strange thing. Flashes like that are not normal to begin with, and neither is unconsciousness until daylight becomes. And when you dispelled the magic on the Dragonborn, you felt a grasp of some kind, almost like something was holding on to them for whatever reason. And almost piecing that together with arcane knowledge and awareness, there's a feeling that something is purposely causing this. What it is, you don't know. Can you fix it? You don't know. But you are very much aware that wherever you are is the territory of whatever it is that is affecting you.
Bad news? This is a creature doing this to us.
Good news. That means it could probably be killed and stopped.
Can we just, like, turn the boat around and try to go back the other way?
You watch as the Alvin captain kind of raises his hand to gesture the men, but he pauses in that moment, and you see him just point in the direction opposite of you guys, and as you all kind of focus in that direction, while you see nothingness, you can also see this almost visible glimmer in the air that almost looks mirror-esque for whatever reason. I take it whatever wants us here is keeping us here.
Huh. Okay. And so, around us, we're still in the water, yes?
You are still floating in the water, but it is a dead calm.
Dead calm.
No air to speak of. The clouds are still moving, though, and the sun, as I said, is ticking visibly to the eye.
Any landmass? Can't remember who said that.
There's just a single island, just a short distance off ahead of you. Maybe about 500 something feet.
And that's it.
Detect Evil and Good lets you know if there are certain kinds of creature around you. I believe it's Fiend, Celestial, Undead,
And Fae.
and other stuff.
Fae, Fiend, Celestial,
Fae.
or Undead.
But it doesn't actually, like, detect good and evil. It just tells you, hey, these kinds of creatures are here. Which makes the name very misleading, because it doesn't actually detect anything about them. It just tells you, hey, this thing is here. Is it good or is it bad? This thing is here. Okay, but is it good or bad? This thing is here. That's all it does. Yeah, it's a very misleading title of a spell.
Yeah. Because back in 3.5, that actually told you the alignment of the creatures. And stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I forget what the spell is now that actually tells you alignment now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, too.
Yeah, it's a different name. It's also a misleading title.
Yeah. That was one thing that bugged me.
Yeah.
Do we see anything on that island?
Give me a perception check. It was not the cult that said it. It was the mistress up at Sandberry.
Right.
It also was not in this direction at all.
Okay.
And also another reason why you would know for a fact this isn't the island is because that island was said to be with the perpetual sun. As in, it never went down. But when you look up in the sky, you can visibly see the sun is moving, so...
Okay. I
Logically
just remember
speaking,
somebody saying something about an island, and
with the 15, Jack, as you focus off into the distance, you see there is life on the island. You swear you see wildlife and other such birds actually moving around there. To any actual signs of civilization, any sign of intelligent life, hard to say. But you do notice that the dead center, which is more of a peaking mountain of some kind, you can't help but feel that perhaps that is more of a volcano. Dormant or active? Unknown, but one or the other.
I'm getting very much Rumblecusp vibes here. You fucker. If you send a Vokodo after us. Oh, shit. Yep.
As Finoa's now running up to Volmer, begging and pleading to fix her, his girlfriend. Okay. As you...
Is there anyone who looks important to the crew that's not Gal?
Major importance, not really. The only one that you would notice, just because you probably kept track of it for the time being, and each of you would notice that very easily, is that the Black Dragonborn is nowhere to be seen. But at the same time, the Gold Dragonborn did say that there is somebody else unconscious below deck.
I'm gonna start looking around for him, since I seem to be the only person he's willing to try to cure.
Or he seems to be the only one. You see, that depends.
Well,
You don't
I mean,
know
like,
how
who
many magic
can and is
items there are.
trying.
Because I'm guessing other people have tried shaking people awake and it didn't have
Yeah,
effects.
you see that some people are visibly, physically shaking them. Some of them are literally slapping them across the face, leaving a very bright red mark, but to no effect. And as you cast a spell magic over the dwarven woman, giving her a slight touch, and you feel that grasp that you had before dissipate off of her. And just like before with the Dragonborn, you see her eyes shoot open. You know what? Bummer, what's your AC?
Oh no. I love this.
16.
18 to hit. She awakes in a bellowing burst of outrage as she's just swinging wide and cocks you in the side of the mouth for 2 points of damage. And as soon as she feels her fist crack again, she goes, Where am I? What happened? Where'd they
Ow.
go? Oh, I'm, my bad, sorry. What's going on? I
We're
don't-
gonna get up, like relocating his jaw.
What in...
You're gonna die.
Thank that one for getting me to wake you up.
Huh. As for Noah, you're just trying to comfort her, kind of just like, what in the world's happened? Where are we? Calm yourself. We're still trying to piece all that together ourselves. The captain speaks up. And as he kind of notices you, he goes, Deus is down below deck, as Terrace said. Please go and help him.
And then I guess I'm gonna head down.
And as you go down there, it is in fact the Black Dragonborn, which Ceres does follow you, in case of anything, to lead you directly towards him. Seems unconscious. He's felled over a bunch of crates that he seems to have been trying to fasten down as best as possible.
And then I'm guessing we find him.
Yeah, easily enough. He can lead you to him.
Quick note: I can only do that one more time today. It takes a lot of energy out of me.
I thank you very much so. As you release the grasp on him, you see him as well immediately kind of turn over, crashing onto the deck from his kind of halfway tumbled pose, gasping for air. Goes, what? Where? What do we? Calm yourself, Ceres. Calm yourself. Ceres is here with you. Ceres, where are we? Where are we? I don't know. Get off your ass, Ceres. We got a ways to go. And he goes to pick him up. What happened? There was a light. Calm. We'll figure things out as we go. Thank God. Thank him for helping you.
Her.
Blumir.
Her. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Getting me out of that place. As they make their way up to the deck. And you see him kind of just like, everyone's kind of trying to recollect themselves. And you now see the elven man is now walking around, placing his hand on his crewmates. Also casting the spell magic on each and every one of them.
I'm gonna go up to Varel.
Wait, he's doing it consistently back to back?
He is doing it back to back.
How many are there?
There's about 8. I will say the last 2 you do see him touch onto a ring he has on his hand.
Oh, okay.
That seems like it has some spell storing in there.
Varel, would you be willing to possibly turn into a dolphin again and go check under the ship and see how deep things go?
I will do that.
Alright. So Varel, as you change into a dolphin and you dive into the water, you do see a moment of panic from some of the men wanting to call for man overboard, but realizing there's no movement going on, it's of no worry. And with the calm waters, once again, there's no worry to speak of. As you dive in, Varel, this is crystal clear water, unlike any that you've ever swam in before. Even back home, where the druids used to take care of the water, you just feel that this is cleaner than anything you've ever seen. And you can see 200, 300, 400 feet down into the water and the sea life that swims in between. And you can see the seabed at about 500-ish feet, just where it starts to get very dark, where you can just see just a land of sand and rubble. and you do see rubble. Possibly cargo, old ships, maybe people.
Wait. I'm sorry, what? That last
When
part?
you're digging, or not digging, when you're swimming through the water, you can see through the crystal clear vision. And about 500 feet down, you can see where the light starts to fade out and it starts to become very difficult to see. You can see little figures of what look to be rubble, possibly ship masses, possibly random cargo, possibly people.
People
I don't
as
believe
in
dolphins have dark vision, correct?
people as in like dead people or like alive people?
Uh, Give me a perception check as a dolphin, which is wisdom.
Wouldn't that stay the same then? I thought
Oh,
was
no, that's right. Yeah, no,
was
that'd be yours then. That'd be yours then. Yes, that's a mental thought. Never mind. Mental stat.
They have blind sight of 60 feet.
You said perception?
Yeah. So go ahead and make a perception check of your own, because it's mental. 22. You can very easily see that these people are no longer living. However, it almost seems like their bodies have been preserved. And that the only reason they're missing bits and pieces of their body at all is because of the occasional aquatic life that comes and nibbles on them.
Okay.
But beyond then, the bodies seem very well maintained.
Mental comms are out, right?
Yes. Also, you are very quiet.
Is this better?
There you
Yes.
go.
Okay. It seems like it goes pretty deep. It's very clear actually under here. There are like this. I feel like this water is a little weird. I don't know if it might just be me or the dead bodies under here.
Wait, there's dead bodies?
Bodies under here. There's also like cargo and stuff, but they don't like look what like what you would usually see like bodies underwater. They're not like they, they look preserved. Like
They haven't been decomposed or
yeah,
eaten or anything.
They haven't turned to
you
bloated
get
sponges.
yeah, you get the occasional like bites because animals, but other than that, no. It seems it's pretty deep. Um,
You say there's some wreckage down there. You should see if there's any bits of cargo left, or if that's all been taken.
can I check?
You can. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. That's a mental stat, so that is yours.
Oof.
Ooh,
Not used to searching undersea burials or wreckage spots as a dolphin. As you kind of swim through, you don't really see anything of note. You just see more and more of what could be wrecked ships and more of wrecked cargo of varying variety.
um, I don't really see anything to my knowledge, but that might just be me because I'm not used to doing this. But
If only someone knew water breathing.
I think Vero can learn it, but has to take a long rest for it because does not have it prepared.
I can boil the water.
You
Well,
start to see while Vero's been searching all this beneath, you start seeing that the captain has started to direct some of the men. Kind of goes, "Ready a boat? We'll make way for the wall out there. See what we can do about it. Send a couple. 1 arcane at the very least.
How far away
If
is
you
that
guys
wall?
are planning to do anything else, we're gonna try to find a way out of here.
How far away is the wall?
Gauging the distance, about 600 feet.
Oh, okay.
It's not terribly far.
Is there any way I could like see if I can go ahead, see if there's anything, just in case?
Towards that shimmering wall.
Yeah.
As you swim your way over there, one thing that immediately becomes clear is as you're getting closer and closer towards that wall, there's less and less and less wildlife. Until you're about 100 feet away from the wall, it's just dead calm. There's nothing around you. You can almost visibly see the fish behind you are visibly avoiding approaching that distance.
Okay. Just a small little warning note for y'all. As I got closer to this wall, there's less and less wildlife until there's absolutely none. They're intentionally avoiding whatever over here, so just be careful.
Are you gonna get closer?
I mean, I don't know if I want to, because I am very much not a human right now.
That's your call.
Be safe.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll stay.
Okay. You're keeping your distance. Okay.
We'll relay this to the captain, so he
That's
knows.
comforting, but perhaps the brave are allowed to leave, not animals.
Possibly. Be careful.
Watch yourselves when you touch the wall, men. Seems the fauna are not fond of it. As you watch them ready a dinghy off the side of the boat. About 4 people get on. One of the tabaxis, a half-elf. The silver dragonborn is going along as well. And one of the half-elven, another half-elven one that seems like be more arcanely aficionated compared to the rest of them. Now, does anyone want to do anything before they just let themselves drop into the water and begin to row themselves to the wall?
So there's an island?
There's an island, a completely opposite side.
What? What do we see on this island?
You see a bunch of greenery and a singular mountain at the very dead center that Jack has already kind of surmised is either an active or dormant volcano of some sort, where it seems very much lush and alive, and with Jack even helping out to point to certain locations, you can see that there is wildlife there. It's verdant. It's very much alive. But there is no sign of actual civilization or any human intelligence or any sort of advanced intelligence to begin with at all. It just seems like this place is just bound by nature.
I'm intrigued to see what happens when they mess with that wall first before we move forward. I have a feeling that we're going to have to go to the island.
Question.
Hmm?
Is the wall within like a spell range, like firebolt, or just a cantrip I can launch off at it?
No, it's 500 feet
Okay.
off.
That's why I was asking.
It's within dimension door distance if you have that.
I don't. I have 1/4 level spell and I can make a house on the spot, and that's it.
As you guys watch them rowing across over towards the wall, and Varel, you kind of just like drifting in the same spot, kind of just maintaining yourself in the area. You just kind of watch the little dinghies making its way over. And once they reach the wall, all of you, including Varel, actually Varel, give me an intelligence saving throw, because you're very close to the wall.
Great.
Uh-oh.
8.
Uh-oh.
As you all watch as the little dinghy starts to approach the wall, and you watch as the Dragonborn is the one who volunteers to be the one to try and touch it. Even with that far distance, you can almost tell the moment his hand touches the wall, another bright flash overcomes each of you. And while none of you are knocked out, you do immediately come to see the ship is now, or the little dinghy is now drifting towards the ship, and everyone on that boat is unconscious, including an unconscious body of Varel, because I believe when you fall unconscious, you turn back to normal.
Do you?
Oh no.
I believe so. As a wild shape, I believe if you get knocked unconscious, you go back to normal.
I thought it was just
Where can I
being
check
to
that?
0.
I'm double checking, but I think when you go unconscious, you turn back.
That would make sense.
No, you automatically. Oh no, yes. If you fall unconscious, drop to 0 or die. So yes.
You can refer to.
So, as you guys are all just watching this boat after the flash comes, just slowly drifting closer, you just see a body just appear on the surface. As Varel, a notable clothes, is just floating there.
Is Varel face down or face up in the water?
Oh, Varel's face down.
Jumping in.
Okay.
Yep. Nope. Jumping in. Just swim over there and try to pull Varel over to the dinghy.
Are you transforming, or are you just
No,
swimming yourself?
I'm just swimming myself.
Okay. Varel,
I'll toss a rope down.
give me a Constitution saving throw, Varel.
I'm gonna toss a rope down from the boat.
Ooh.
I'm assuming there's a rope nearby.
Okay. There is plenty of rope nearby, and you do see that some of the other men too also, kind of once you start moving, they all kind of like wake up from their little moment of panic, and they're all starting to help you get everything prepared to get everybody back on board. And Jack, the most you could swim is 30 feet around, because it's half, because you're not proficient in it. And you have
Yep.
no swimming speed.
Yep.
That's a
That's-
500-foot swim. That's I was asking if you were transforming or not.
I am going to activate my cloak and fly out to get Varel.
Okay, so
Okay.
the moment you see that Jack is kind of
Yep.
trying to man his way through this, and it's kind of like, that is way too fucking slow. Punch my mic.
Yep.
You call upon your cloak and dart your way over there. Varel, go ahead and give me a death saving throw, which is just a d20. Because you are currently drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. A 1d20?
So 1d20. $18. Go ahead and give me a second one, since it'll take Astrid 3 rounds at the least to get to. And I'll say that's when it comes to the point where you're actually starting to drown. 11, so you're fine for both of them. And as the boat is slowly drifting closer and closer, Astrid, as you grab on to Varel, and with the flight of your wings makes it easier for you to pick him up and put him into the boat itself.
Them.
God fucking damn it. I've been doing so well!
It's okay. I'm
Fuck.
proud of you. You did good.
Meanwhile, Jack, at some point, I imagine you probably just stopped and just saw Astrid darting over you in that direction.
Yeah, just kind of like, oh, okay. Look back at the ship, just kind of wading water, and
They with the lowered rope, they help you get back up. As Varel, you are put onto the boat. Astrid, do you do anything to try to save him? Them?
I would imagine that I kind of tried to like get the water out of their lungs as we were flying over back to the boat.
Give me a medicine check.
uh-oh. Wait for that nat
You
one.
got this, Ash.
Varel, give me a Constitution saving throw. Because you might have just made this worse.
I
Oh,
made it
okay.
better!
There is a... It's an interesting way, where you all just see Astrid trying to help Varel by shaking the ever-loving shit out of them. And well, for most of the people, especially the ones on crew who are just like, that's not how you get water out of a person.
It worked.
It's almost like Beryl's body, still being alive, still recognizes motion sickness. And you just see just a vomit of water alongside with whatever breakfast Beryl had this morning. Just fall out of their mouth and onto the ocean. And while there's some of them that are just went like,
Oh no.
I can't believe that worked. There's others like, oh, that's fucking terrible that that worked. Now they're gonna be hungry as shit.
Oh man.
We kind of just plop them onto the to the boat. Little bit of bile and vomit trickled on the lips. Not a
Hello,
good
Bastion.
taste whatsoever.
We'll just clean that up real quick.
Go and give me another saving throw, Pharaoh.
Alright. Wait, is that the 1d20?
Yeah, it's the 1d20. Perfectly fine. And as you place Varel on the boat with all the other unconscious members, you start to watch as breath begins to steady on Varel. But does not wake up. As you kind of do your best to help lead the boat back towards the ship, several of the crewmen come down to help pick them up and try to bring the dinghy back up to the deck. And you watch as the captain kind of just groans, kind of goes, I've only got one in me left. And I'm not having a guest of mine die on my watch. He just places a hand on Bell's chest as he has to use higher level spell slot to
I can do
upcast
it.
spell magic.
Wait. I can do it.
Going for it. You're the guest.
Damn
He's
it.
spending his spell slot. You have to spell magic, you just realized it?
No, I have it. I haven't been using it because I'm afraid I'm going to blow the entire ship up.
Fair enough. That's also true.
I think at this point in time, it's best to risk it if you can get the others awake too.
How many? There were
There
3
are
others?
4 others. There are 4 others.
4 others.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But first, Varel, in that dark void, compared to last time, there is no light, but instead you feel like you're back somewhere. In a forest. A familiar one. Yeah, you recognize it. And you hear the sound of a woman's voice. Not a woman, a young girl. As you kind of look over, you just see a girl with blonde hair and gentle eyes, but you can't make out the figures on the face. Her lips move, but there's no actual noise that comes from her, but you hear the voice in your head. Come on, let's go. Let's play. You just feel the natural urge to follow along and play. But almost as quickly as the memories are bright and happy, you feel... God damn it, Jack. You feel the entire world shift. Almost like the very color of the world itself has changed from a bright green to a deep crimson. As you watch the girl crawl into this tunnel of some kind. And as you follow closely behind, you see a slight trail of blood in front of you. And you feel panic start to settle inside of you. You feel yourself go faster, move quicker, until, in that moment, the flash of light comes back to you. And with the oven man standing in front of you, you gasp in breath as you come awake. A bad taste in your mouth. But you're back in the real world.
Okay.
At least you hope.
This is real life, right?
As real as it's gonna get. Glad to have you
Okay.
back with us. And he raises a hand to help you sit back up.
Alright, cool.
Laugh.
Okay.
Are you gonna...
I'm going to ask the captain,
Fucking Fanoa. God damn it, you.
I was waiting for it.
I'm gonna ask the captain. I'm gonna tell him I can dispel magic. I could get all of them awake, but it comes with a risk, and I'm worried.
I'd much rather see my men awake than asleep. But this is your capabilities and your risk you're willing to take. I do not want to push you.
All right, let's do it.
You
Why not?
motherfuckers, stop fucking with the lyrics.
Okay. So it's the Silverhorn
Silver Dragonborn,
and
2 half-elves, and a tabaxi.
2 half elves and a tabaxi. So the 2 half elves are also
Wait, I thought I already
casters,
picked up the
correct?
Dragonborn.
Hmm?
I thought I picked up the Dragonborn.
No, the Silver Dragonborn that went with the dinghy.
Oh.
They essentially sent a higher up with them because they're like, if we're gonna send our crewmen to die, one of our higher ups have to go and show a sign of respect.
Are you
So that-
kidding me? I woke that fucker up and he got himself asleep
No,
again.
you woke up the black one.
No, I
That-
woke them both up. First
Black
person I
and
woke up was
gold.
Silver.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You woke up with the first time. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yep.
The half elves are both casters as well.
One of them is.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by waking up the Silver Dragonborn.
So she casts spell magic on them. Go ahead and roll a d20. I believe we're at 2 only.
Yeah. It's /R, right?
Yep. /R space.
Let me just copy that for the next
God, if we get the
time.
fucking fireball here. Okay. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, a fireball on the boat would not be the best idea. Okay, so the Dragonborn wakes up.
And you do see him once again, like before, wake up in a slight panic. Ugh. Don't touch the walls.
Okay, don't touch the wall. Got it. You just hang out there for a minute. I'm gonna wake up the half elf who is a caster. Maybe
Okay.
he has dispel magic. I don't know.
Go ahead and
I'm gonna go to one of them
spell
and
slot and roll a d20.
God, I got this stuck in my head now because you fuckers.
Oh my God! We
Yes!
got it.
Yes!
D20. Let's go.
Oh no!
Suddenly inflict wounds.
Which, by the way, Ashton, you know, I probably should have brought this up before. I don't know why it didn't occur to me now. On D&D Beyond, on the bottom left, there's a little dice emblem. You can
Yes.
roll that D20 if you want instead, so you don't have to type out stuff.
Oh, I don't mind. I copied
Yeah.
and pasted it, so
Okay,
I'm good. Okay.
So D20, 3. Oh no, D100.
Hey.
Of all times to get the extreme category.
Yes!
And that's why reaction click counterspell.
Can you counterspell the wild magic surge?
That depends, actually. If it is
depends on what it is.
If it's a casted spell, yes. If it is a effect that just goes into effect, you cannot. It depends on the wording that I've placed on it.
All your gold become platinum.
He doesn't have any gold though.
I know.
I do.
Oh,
He
yeah,
does.
5.
A little bit. That's not too bad. Make a Constitution saving throw for me. $23. You're perfectly fine. As you feel this surge of energy flow through you, and you feel this backfire coming into your body, and it's almost like a paralyzing electrocution of some kind. But as you feel that surge reach into your body, you fend it off, and you're restrained from being paralyzed for 1d4 turns.
Okay, that's not bad. Whew.
Yep, not bad. So as you wake up the half-elf that's more arcanely in tuned, once again shoots open, panicking of real life. Are you asking him if he knows the spell magic?
Yes.
Does not know the spell magic.
Fuck.
I made it a roll. Had a bad roll. Does not know the spell magic.
Alright, I guess I'll wake up the other two then.
Hell yeah. Let's get this. Come on, nat
Right.
1.
Spell slot D20. For all intents and purposes, you can get 3 nat 1s in a row.
I would love this so much. Oh,
Okay,
close.
perfectly fine.
Okay, and I have to burn my 4th level spell slot for this, so.
Oof.
Fulmer, can you
Alright.
still do the 4th level slot or no?
I used it on Dispel Magic. I think that's still
Yeah.
used.
Yeah.
Okay, so you used all of your upper slots then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Most
about
cast-
to do the same thing.
Okay.
Most
I like
casters
to
are down
imagine
to level
Wilmir
1.
did that and like stumbled a bit, like, oh shit, I wasted that.
Yeah, it is kind of true, unfortunately, because of the Silver Dragonborn, yeah, unfortunately. D20, that too. Perfectly fine. As
And
the rest
I'm
of the crew.
essentially tapped out.
And so is Fulmer. Both of you are down to your second and firsts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As even the Elven captain kind of was only up to whatever he's got on him, which is not much, honestly.
So one thing I gotta ask.
Mhm.
It was night where we came from.
Mhm.
Do we still feel fatigued? Like we should be going to bed soon?
Not really, actually.
That's
In
like-
fact, when you woke up, you do feel like you did get the effects of a long rest.
Okay.
At least for now, you are still raring to go. Except for now, Ashton and Volmer and the elf, who unfortunately have used up a lot of their stuff now. Oh, and Vero, who's used up 1 wild shape. And as everyone's awake and they get the dinghy back on top, you watch as the captain kind of just looks over towards the island and just goes, I suppose there's no other choice but to accept this invitation now, isn't it?
It would
Yeah.
appear so.
I do have.
We told you this was a bad idea, Jack.
Oh
At
no.
least Ashford and I did.
It's not a bad idea yet. Yet.
We're fucking stuck
The
here.
flat
Time's moving
planet
twice
says
as
it's a
fast.
If the man who believes that the planes of existence are flat says it's a good idea, it's probably a bad idea.
Oh, he didn't say it was a good idea. He said it was a bad idea, so let's go.
Yeah.
The actuary?
Yes, yes he did.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's kind of how Dumbledore's been all this time. He's kind of like, that's a terrible idea, so let's fucking do it.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Am I right?
Sure, why not?
If I die, I'm haunting the hell out of you, Jack.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
then,
fine.
I suppose at that point, who wishes to volunteer to set foot on the island?
We'll go.
Yes.
All of us.
Also,
I would recommend
I'll go as well.
if I don't know how hard it would be to get it off of the island, but maybe beaching the ship wouldn't be a bad idea. We don't know what's in these waters.
With
Agreed.
dead calm and no air to speak of, I'd much rather keep the boat where it is. If we moor ourselves, we will never break from the beach.
I mean, there's 2 of us here who could turn into giant whales. So,
Make a persuasion check.
I mean,
Please get closer.
3 for the +9.
11.
It's
You
your
see
ship.
him kind of hesitate for a moment and goes, I'd much rather not risk our only method of group escape. We only have 2 dinghies, which means that we can only escape with at most 16 of us. Unfortunately, that's how much I have on the crew. I'd much rather not leave not only my guests behind, but not even more 6 of my own men behind. Speaking of, that leaves room, if you are all to go, for 2 others. And you see the dwarven woman kind of step up and goes, I'll go. Ain't nothing gained without a little bit of blood and sweat and tears.
Little torpedoes coming with us?
Yeah. And
I
you
like
watch
it.
as the Black
Should we
Dragonborn
keep
also
her?
speaks up. The Black Dragon goes, I'll go. There's some answers I want from that island. And I will not rest till I find them.
Before,
Okay, but like we might need a rest.
yeah. Before we do that, I have to ask
Little
everyone
dramatic, that
here,
big guy.
everyone here who has been woken up. What did you see?
You start hearing a bunch of them have a muffled complaint fest of seeing their homes or seeing their friends, having a nice time before it suddenly turned and things went awry. Everyone except for the Black Dragonborn speaks.
I'll turn to him. And what did you see?
Something personal.
Of the similar sort as the rest?
Would you begrudge me if I refrained from answering?
Just trying to get all of the information, but your secrets are your own. That's fine.
You need your rest. Get it then. We'll prepare everything.
Yeah.
Indeed, you've spent a lot. I can get my rest while you are on the island. Go, if you need to rest up for a little while longer. Prepare yourselves. You have no idea what you'll find on that island. And perhaps, who knows, for the first time in the history of Borisland, maybe the gods will watch over you.
That tabaxi I talked with,
Mhm.
what do they look like they're feeling right now?
Make an insight check.
Fuck me,
Fuck
sideways.
Applejack.
Fucking, that's like 4 nat ones this session.
I think so.
Oh my god.
These
As
damn digital dice, man.
Mm-hmm.
as you just see him kind of like very stoic
Excuse me.
faced and not really letting off any direct emotion, and you being unable to read past that stony facade of his. As each of you take your time to prepare yourselves to take off, whether that be if you want to ask for a long rest, or if you just want to make sure you're ready to go onto the island. We're gonna pick up with that next week.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's gonna be a fucking
Ooh.
long rest for sure.
Ooh.
We need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. All the casters are pretty drained right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do a long rest then?
God, Ashton, I'm gonna tell you right now, you missed by 1 a very enjoyable one.
What was it? What was it? Tell us.
Plants grow within 20 feet around you as though the entangle spell restrains all creatures within you for 1 minute. There is no save for this effect.
That would have been funny as hell.
It would have meant that plants would have just grown out of the fucking deck and just ruined the shit out of that wood.
That would have not been great.
That would've been
That
fucking
would have been.
hilarious.
That would have
Alright,
been
guys,
troublesome.
I gotta head out.
Yep.
Alright.
And
Have
I'll
fun.
see you all next week. We're gonna go explore Vokodo's Island. I mean, totally not
God
Vokodo's
damn it.
Island.
I hate you so much.
Photo? What did I miss?
It's a
It's
critical.
+2 for critical role.
Yeah, critical
Oh.
role
It's a
thing.
creature that essentially was a fucked up Leviathan that stole memories from people, and
Ah.
basically made them think that he was a god.
And objects.
And objects, yeah. And because he was so fucked up from the astral plane, he could literally bypass any magical effect that you placed upon yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if you did like Luke's Resilient Sphere or like the Dome, I forget what it's called, the
Tiny hut.
resting one for 8 hours, he could still get past it. He can't affect you directly, but he can still take your items.
If you take my whip sword, I riot.
No one doubts if they're missing anything.
Nope.
Yeah, no one
Okay.
fucking asks if anyone's missing a goddamn thing.
Oh
But-
man.
If you take Frankie, I will actually find you. And I will actually kill you.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
see you guys later.
See ya.
Alright.